Now you might remember we tested the Sportster S last year with bittersweet results. Styling and performance seemed where it needed to be, but the same couldn't be said when it came to the firm suspension at the rear. Well, now the latest 2025 model has received a few minor tweaks, and we thought we'd line up another test just to see how much of a difference these latest changes have made. First up, as mentioned on the last review, forget everything you remember about the Harley Davidson Sportster, because the Sportster S is a completely different animal. With the aggressive styling and copious amounts of power to burn, it's more like a street fighter than a sporty. Now, the biggest alteration on the 2025 model is without a doubt the increase in rear suspension, which provides a 60% increase in travel, bringing the three-way adjustable shower monoshocks travel from 50mm to 81mm. Up front, the 43mm inverted shower fork remains the same with 91mm of travel, but it has been slightly altered to work in tandem with the new rear shock. And the entire system still includes adjustability for preload, compression and rebound front and rear. Other than the upgrade to the rear suspension, the other main updates for the Sportster S this year are cosmetic. Firstly, you'll notice that it's received the blacked out components, with the bronze coloured engine cases and cylinder heads now replaced with gloss and matte black finishes for depth and contrast, which I think makes it look even tougher. The paint match branding on the tank has gone as well, now replaced with the new checkered V badges inspired from Harley Davidson's 1950s models like the XLCH Sportster. Another new addition are those red spark plug wires, which add just a splash of colour, as do the Harley Davidson logos on the right side here, also in red. The other notable change for the 2025 Sportster lineup is the addition of new factory custom trim, which adds premium paint and its own unique badging, as long as you're happy to invest just a little more on the purchase price. The new Mystic Shift paint job is certainly an eye-catcher too, which apparently changes colour depending on the light, ranging from a dark gunmetal shade of blue and purple at night to an almost orange hue in full sunlight, which is pretty cool. When it comes to the performance stakes, nothing has changed there, and why would it? Especially considering that Revolution Max 1250T motor turns out an eye-watering 90 kilowatts at 7,500 RPM and 125 Newton meters of torque. Just to give you a little insight into the motor, which was released back in 2021, the independent computer-controlled valve timing on the intake and exhaust cam are optimised for top efficiency for the front and rear cylinders. And compared to an engine with fixed valve timing, the computer-controlled valve timing broadens the power band and improves torque management efficiency. This allows the 1250 Revolution Max engine to accelerate with insane low-end torque, which is great for standing starts, something I'll show you when we take it for a burn. And all that low-end torque isn't at the expense of losing it further along the power curve either, as it also offers aggressive top-end torque at higher RPMs, which is a direct result of that computer-controlled valve timing. And so yes, the Sportster S will leave most of your mates in your dust as you tear off from the lights, but it'll also surprise them when you keep pulling away. Another great feature with the motor is the hydraulic lash adjusters, allowing for a maintenance-free valve train, which basically means you're going to save more money with services over time. It really is a peach of a motor, and it doesn't even sound or feel like a HD when you fire it up and give it a fistful of throttle. Also unchanged is the impressive tech package on the Sportster S, which retains all of the advanced electronic rider aids, including lean-sensitive traction control, cornering ABS, multiple power modes including the rain, road and sport, with each setting altering power delivery, throttle response and engine braking, while there's also customisable settings which you can set up to suit yourself. Now, all these functions are easily navigated through on the 4-inch TFT display, which allows quick menu navigation while also being able to toggle between power modes while you're on the go. And yes, there is a lot happening when you look at the switchgear for the first time, but once you do get used to it, it's not overwhelming as it looks. Last but not least, the Brembo brakes, front and rear, are perfect for a bike that oozes performance like the Sportster S, with both offering great progressive feel through the lever and the rear pedal. As before, it's still fitted with 17-inch front and a 16-inch rear combination of wheels, and the seat height of 765mm is also unchanged, which is surprising considering the change at the rear with the extra suspension travel. A top effort from the engineers at HD if you ask me, because the low ride height contributed with the forward controls is a great feature of the Sportster S, as it really allows you to hook in and ride with aggression. And that's exactly what HD Street Fighter was designed for. And the colours, well, it's available in Vivid Black, which you see here, Brilliant Red, Billiard Grey, and finally Mystic Shift, which we spoke about before. As I said, after riding last year's model, I was impressed, but did find myself slightly put off by the half suspension at the rear, which was feedback from a lot of people that did ride it. Not this time around though, which I'll show you now as I'm going to take it for a quick ride. Okay, so here we go, we're going to take it for a little test ride. Just started off in road mode, and in road mode it's got ample power. It's not as punchy as it is in sport mode. I mean, sport mode can get a little bit snatchy on the throttle, but road mode's perfect for around town. And the beauty of it, like I said before, you can switch it all on the fly. So you're already hitting a couple of harsh bumps and you can feel the difference in that suspension. I mean, I'll be honest, last year's model was like riding a rigid, whereas this is a lot softer, a lot more travel at the rear, and you can feel it, it's good. One thing I would do though is I'd clean up that rear light with the big number plate holder. I'd clean that up with a tail tidy kit, which a lot of people do straight away. They're just hitting a couple of bumps. Like I said, look at the bit of rough stuff. Much better now, much better. And as I said, you've still got all that power to burn, but a more comfortable ride. So yeah, they've done well, the engineers, and even the cosmetic changes look really good too. So as I said, we're in road mode at the moment. I have tried rain, obviously, which is probably the most suitable while it is raining, because it does cut the power quite considerably, but road's perfect, and sport, yeah, just when you want to lift the ante and go a bit off tap, mate. Does handle really well for a sports bike of such nature. You get that sort of that racing stance, sort of push forward, a nice comfortable reach to the bars. And this is all still in road mode. So yeah, we're going to flick up to sport soon. I'll just show you the difference. Okay, so we're in sport mode now, and have a look at the acceleration off the mark. Ready? So you're right, you've got to make sure you're hanging onto the bars. It's a Sportster S, it sings in sport. As expected, the RevMax 1250T motor pumps out a lot of horses when you twist the wick, but it's still comfortable to ride around town at sedate speeds, especially with the options of the different power modes. And I'm not here to tell you that the Sportster S is for everyone. Obviously, it's aimed at certain riders who prefer rolling through life in the fast lane. And if you were considering one last year and may have been a little bit put off with that rear suspension, do yourself a favour and get on down to your local authorised Harley Davidson dealer and take another one for a ride, because you're going to notice the difference as soon as you roll out of the driveway.